I was diagnosed with COPD 2016. Wasn't really a shock because I'd felt ill for quite some time, but a relief to find out what it was. I had my all my tests done to find out what level I'm at, and the practice nurse, who was marvellous, she said, "I think we'll refer you for pulmonary rehab." And it wasn't that long before it actually happened, and yes, made quite a bit of difference to the way I felt about diagnosis. I went to Canvey. I chose Canvey because I know Canvey, and when I walked into the premises, I was a little bit surprised because it's a general community premises, and I thought, wow. And unfortunately on that day there was a terrible smell of drains, so it did put me off a little bit, but the actual people there were wonderful. Introduced you to the group, and there was quite a lot of people at different levels of illness, really. Yeah, the group was very supportive. It was quite fun, and midway through the actual sessions we would have a cup of tea, a general chat, and then we'll have an informative sort of talk by we had pharmacy, we had psychology came, and we had different health professionals come in and talk to us about managing our medication, managing how we were feeling, and what to do if we had infections and things like that. So that was really useful. There was a lot of giggling and a bit of competition, because when we were doing our tests or our assessments, it was almost like it pushed us to walk that little bit harder, to cycle that little bit more. And the friendship, certainly, some lovely people, but I also noticed how unwell people were, and I felt quite relieved that my symptoms were not as yet anywhere near some of theirs. But it didn't make any difference because they were just lovely. I became me instead of a label, for sure, and it gave me encouragement not to be afraid of exercise, and to push myself a bit harder, so, and manage my condition more effectively, certainly.